Is Pitso Mosimane the right coach for Bafana Bafana? That's the question for this video, and my main answer to that question is yes. And I have few reasons why I think Pitso Mosimane is the right coach for Bafana Bafana, is the right coach who can take over from Hugo Broos. Mind you, at the making of this video or at the publication of this video, Safa or Bafana Bafana haven't confirmed Pitso Mosimane as a coach yet. They haven't announced a new Bafana Bafana coach. It's just rumors at this point that Coach Pitso Mosimane is at the leading front to become the coach for Bafana Bafana for South African men's international football team. The senior team for South Africa. Will he be the coach for Bafana Bafana? I don't know. That's only up to Safa and the stakeholders involved. But for now, I wanna ask you, I wanna engage with you on this question, that is Pitso Mosimane the right coach for Bafana Bafana? Let's get into it. So number one, why I think Pitso Mosimane is the right coach for Bafana Bafana. He's well traveled. He has international football experience. He coached in Saudi. He coached in South Africa. He coached in Egypt. And he has done so well. I remember in Saudi he managed to take a team from the first division, not the elite league of the Saudi Pro League, not the Saudi Pro League. I think it's the first division or second division, if I can call it. And he managed to promote that team to the first league, to the elite league, to the Saudi Pro League, and he managed to win two CAF Champions Leagues with Al Ali. He managed to win one CAF Champions League with Mamelodi Sundowns, and a whole bunch of other trophies, the league trophies here in South Africa and the league trophy in Egypt. So that experience is needed when you are a coach who will be coaching in an international standard. And Pitso Mosimane is qualified. I believe he has a UEFA Pro license and he has a CAF A license. So looking at his qualification, looking at his experience, he is the right coach. And number two, he comes back to a familiar territory in Bafana Bafana. Remember, I believe it was in 2011, 2012, if I'm not mistaken. He was the coach of Bafana Bafana, and he was sacked later on. He was still young, not much of world experience, if I could put it. He didn't travel that much at that point. I believe he just came from Supersport United, and he was roped in as Bafana Bafana coach. He didn't do really well there, and right now I believe his second tenure, he's coming to a familiar territory. He knows what to do. He knows what not to do. He knows the structures. So that's that. But for now, let's rewind a little bit, because of Pitso Mosimane and EACA together with Nkepisile Mabuse. Nkepisile Mabuse is a journalist and a presenter. For most of us know her as a presenter and journalist for Checkpoint on ENCA or ETV, and she does extremely well job. People like me, we grow while watching Nkepisile Mabuse as a journalist, as a presenter, and she does incredible well. So she sat down with Pitso Mosimane. So this is the picture of Nkepisile Mabuse, who sat with Pitso Mosimane. Like I said, you will know her from Checkpoint, and she was kind of like asking Pitso Mosimane, especially their conversation were based too much or mostly on the structures, like development structures, that Pitso Mosimane, if you could be the coach of Bafana Bafana, you could be the coach of the senior men's South Africa senior men's team. Come on, my guy, come on, my coach. You have to convince Safa to build structures. And Pitso Mosimane was like, look, I just released a book. That book is focused on development, and that tells you about myself. That tells you about I'm the person who focuses more on development structures more than anything else. And it's possible in Senegal, because some part of the documentary was focusing on Senegal team, how Senegal is slowly and surely becoming a powerhouse in African football. If you can remember, Senegal won AFCON in January. And it's a whole lot of drama that I'm not gonna go into, but they won that AFCON on the pitch, and Nkepisile Mabuso was together with NCA, were focusing on things like that teams like Morocco, teams like Senegal are becoming powerhouses in African football and the world. Why can't Bafana Bafana do this? And they share a light that the main focus why those teams go on and do so well in World Cup, why they do so well in AFCON is the matter of they have a powerful development structure. They groom their players so well, and they manage to trade players easily to overseas clubs. So hence it's easy to be able to have a team that is as strong as Senegal, a team that is as strong as Morocco. But the main focus was too much on Senegal than Morocco, trying to make example. But Pitso Mosimane agreed that look, I'm a person who focuses more on structure. I'm a person who focuses more on development, and I want my team, any team that I coach, to have a strong development from young age up to the seniors, to have that strong background. And I believe that conversation between Pitso Mosimane and Nkepisile Mabuso was very incredible. The video is somewhere here on YouTube. I came across the video on YouTube. Please just search it, Pitso Mosimane and Nkepisile Mabuso, or Pitso Mosimane together with ENCA. So her name is Nkepisile Mabuso. If you can just search that video or that interview or that sit down or conversation. So back to Pitso Mosimane. Like I said, I believe because of he has traveled well, he has won so many accolades, and he comes as a new man, if I can put it, compared to his first tenure as Bafana Bafana coach. And Pitso Mosimane, he is not far from who Hugo Broos is. This is a coach, this is a manager, if I could say, who believes in talent. They are able to manage a player, and they are able to manage an institution. You could remember at Mamelodi Sundowns, Pitso Mosimane was able to coach a player, was able to manage a player. There are stories that he will complain about player salaries, he will complain about lifestyles. This is a coach who focuses on off and on field issues, the same way as Hugo Broos was, and these are the people who put discipline forward. But my main concern is Safa. We know when it comes to Safa, it's rather not a good house. There's a lot of cleaning that should happen in Danny Jordan's house at Safa. There's a lot of structure that should be put there. And make no mistake, they are not 100% bad. Safa has their good things that they do, but if they can give Pitso Mosimane support, Pitso Mosimane can do incredible things with Bafana Bafana. And I believe if they can give him the same support and more that they gave to Hugo Broos, because of Hugo Broos was a demanding coach. Remember that it's a coach who came into Bafana Bafana who won AFCON with Cameroon. So he came in as a coach with a reputation, and Pitso Mosimane comes in right now as a coach also with a reputation. So I believe a good support structure around him will push him to do incredible things. And Pitso Mosimane has an eye for talent. There's a thing about Pitso Mosimane has an eye for talent. If you can remember his days at Supersport, if you can remember his days at Mamelodi Sundowns, Al Ahly, he went to Saudi. This is a coach who can spot talent, groom talent, and present it to the world. There are a lot of players that we can count on that Pitso Mosimane worked with who were incredible, the likes of Pitso Mosimane or Keegan Dolly, although some of them were incredible before coming to under Pitso Mosimane's guidance. I remember Keegan Dolly being incredible while still playing for Ajax Cape Town. He went to Mamelodi Sundowns and he did great things. So there are a lot of players. So my thinking is that Pitso Mosimane is a great coach. I don't see right now, unless you can bring Pep Guardiola, who is my number one favorite coach, then yeah. And other than Pep Guardiola and even Mourinho, I don't think he can fit better than Pitso Mosimane. I'm not saying Pitso Mosimane is better than Mourinho, but I'm saying Pitso Mosimane is better than Mourinho when it comes to the Bafana Bafana job. This is an incredible coach. So I don't know what you guys think. Tell me what you think. But I think, to answer the title of the video, I think Pitso Mosimane is the right coach for Bafana Bafana, based on experience, based on how he has traveled, and based on who he is as a manager, who he is as a coach. He can easily manage a team. He can easily manage players, and he is familiar with South African talent and South African football in general.